So, hello everyone. Today I'm dealing with chutneyfication, the post-colonial blend in Midnight Children. So, at a first glance, we that assume that a word is funny for us, chutney. So, it comes from chutney. It is a mix of different ingredients. So, academic information, table of contents, and a research question. How does the metaphor of chutneyfication functions across the narrative, linguistic, and philosophical layers of Midnight's Children to construct a distinctively hybrid post-colonial identity that challenges fixed notion of purity? Hypothesis: chutneyfication acts as Rushdie's central artistic and thematic mechanism to assert that post-colonial identity and history are inherently composite and impure. It simultaneously provides a model for archiving subjective memory, which is history, and enriching the colonial language, English, by embracing mixture and transformation. So the core ingredient defining chutney. So it is a powerful and unifying metaphor in Rushdie's work, and it involves preparation and preservation of a diverse, which is and sometimes contrasting, which had no connection with each other ingredients. And in blending things, we can see that many things which are used for blending, they lost their individual identity, and after blending in a one thing, they become new, and sometimes it is difficult to identify, and intensely they flavored in a one. Then and also we can see in Salman's Rushdie that also worked as a pickle maker, and he also tries to preserve his history and his feelings in a jar, like a chutney or a pickle, and mixing the history, cooking the past. So here Salim Sinai is considered as the archiver of the history, and he is also trying to put his memories into jar, and then he says that I had been mysterically uh, handcuffed to history. So he also born at exact same time that when our India get independence on 15 August 1947, and uh, here Rushdie does not want to show reality exactly same, but he want to mix some ideas of his personal emotions and national events. Uh, and this shows that how chutneyfication works. It turns history into something alive and imaginative. Chutney and magic realism. So he takes English and other language, which is English, which is a language of colonizer, and give it Indian flavor or Indian essence in that. And for example, he uses language like Angrez and Yatra, and also he sometimes put that he does not put a space in a sentence, uh, and that all. This shows that language can also be chutneyfied like other ingredients and all, and it does not belong to a particular culture anymore. And this that is exactly shows that what we see in a Midnight Children and English become Indian, colorful and live. remixing the language, spices of uh, English, the linguistic challenge, the novel English is chutneyfied to reflect India's hybrid multilingual culture and moving away from pure forms of language. Uh, uh, these the stylistic solution, Rushdie's use of expression, chutneyfication, and it epitomizes his inventive use of language. The profane cook, philosophical critic. So here, Salim consider him as a profane cook. Profane means which is unsacred, which is not sacred or pure. So the profane cook Salim, the pickle maker, and he this approach challenges the concept of suddhi, which is purity, and ritual cleanliness. And by focusing on minor condiments, Rushdie's text reveals the significance of abject embodiment as a site of creativity. The creation of chutney become an act of secular transcendence, finding magic in the ordinary. The archive of taste, memory, and narrative unreliability. So, already I have mentioned that Salim is considered as archival of his emotion, his feeling, and his past. And here, Salim is keenly aware of impossibility and finding an ordinary truth. His memories, like the ingredients in the pickle in the pickle jar, and at the one point, he even admits that his version might be wrong, but it still feels true. And then Rushdie also uses this to show that history itself never fully reliable, and it is always someone else's version of event. Synthesis, the three flavors of chutney. So first is the subjective history. So, Salim's personal story mixed with India's national story. He considers that which is happened to me, that is also happened with India also, and hybrid language. So, Rushdie's creative English, full of Indian spices that we have discussed earlier, that he also uses some Hindi and Urdu language in his work. And then profane philosophy. So using these, we can see that Salman Rushdie uses to convey the meaning that uh, history is never pure. It is always someone's point of view, uh, and it is a part of it is a part that we cannot consider it as a reliable truth. And contemporary relevance, the flavor of globalization. So we can consider this idea in is still relevant today. So in our globalized world, culture is mixed, and in food, cinema, fashion, and all that. So it help us to understand that global things are blending in a positive way. And uh, Salim's background, he was at one time is he was Hindu, and he is a British also. He uphold identity differently. So we also sometimes hold different identity according to situations. And Rusdy's message is not just about India, but it is about the world we lived now, where mixture, not purity, and defines that who actually we are. So, in a conclusion, that the artistic imperative, chutneyfication is Rusdy's prescription for the post-colonial novel. It must be a composite, impure, and dynamic from a form to truly reflect the nation's reality. Identity as a mixture, the novel leaves us with the understanding that identity is not a fixed essence but a complex mixture where the origins of the component parts are deliberately lost in the powerful new whole, and challenging the homogeneous. Rusdy's recipe ultimately celebrates the power of a blend over the fallacy of purity, making it a timeless commentary against any force, political, social, or literary, that demands homogeneity. And the final key takeaway, that the enduring taste of Midnight's Children lies in its assertion that the richest narratives, like the most flavorful chutneys, are born from embracing the magnificent mess of hybridity. So these are my references. Thank you. If anyone have question.
So my question is, how do people experience certification through language today?
So nowadays we have that we interact with many things like global things like food, fashion, cinema, and all that. And we sometimes ask our friend that what are you doing here? So the mixture of a language we usually use in this world, and we can see that. How we can use we are used deliberately or naturally this language in our world, and this concept is still relevant today.
So, Srushti, my question is, how can chutneyfication help us deal with global exposures and diversity today?
So I already mentioned that we used different food which is global. So if for example we are Gujarati, still we try multi cuisine food, and also that pizza is Italian, but in our Indian version, we made it. We used that paneer makhni pizza with Indian spices. So we can consider this example here, and another literary example, that Creole identity. It is also considered as a chutneyfication's example. So thank you, everyone. This is from my side.